up, guys? Chris with T3 Media's fan sharing entertaining news, honest reviews, the latest in movies, TVs, trailers, and more by talking through the media. Now, we're going to do the review for Spider-Man Far From Home. Okay, so I had the chance to go out to a screening the other day, yesterday, to a very good theater. No, it wasn't an IMAX this time. It was I think it was just a regular digital. But it was very entertaining. I had a lot of fun with the friends that I went with. I went with Giovanni was with me there. Jason Bell, the postman, was with me. Joseph Waters, I think he was around somewhere. I can't remember his. He showed up unexpectedly and forgot to even tell me that he was even going. But luckily, I was in a better spot than he was, so it's good for me and it sucks for him. But we all had a good time. We all sat together. We talked while we waited for the movie to start, and we just speculated what was going on. It was the environment, the whole crowd was exactly what you want for a movie like this. You had excitement. You had people speculating what's going to happen, what's going on. What do you think is going to happen with this? We talked a lot about Endgame, and a little bit about what this might do for Endgame as far as box office. Now, I had my thoughts going into the movie, and I have some differences after I left, and I'll go into that a little bit later. I want to let you know that this is going to be a non-spoiler review. I will be sitting here with Jason Bell hopefully tomorrow, and we'll be able to talk more in depth. And then later I'll post a ending revealed, everything you want to know, all spoiler heavy review, and I'll make sure to drop that next week, the day the movie actually comes out. So no spoilers right now at all. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So Spider-Man Far From Home was an amazing movie. It had the feels that it gave me. It was like no other Spider-Man movie since. I probably felt the way I felt as a 22-year-old young man when the first Spider-Man came out, and then again the same kind of feelings that it was elevated. It was a combination of those two movies as far as the excitement and the hype, because this was the second one, because I loved Homecoming, and it just felt that good. Now the way let me get into some other little details, like things like this. Like Tom Holland, as we all know, has been doing an outstanding job as Spider-Man. He's been definitely been crushing it, and I think he needs to be recognized for that. Ever since Homecoming, ever since Civil War, he's been crushing it as Peter Parker and as our latest Spider-Man. And I think and I hope that he continues to deliver. He delivered again, and this one, this was more of an emotional, tearjerker, gut wrenching. Like, how do I? If you remember the trailers, how can I be am I going to be the next Iron Man? How am I going to live up to that much pressure? And you literally, once again, I mean, getting bitten by a radioactive spider and becoming a hero and trying just the things he worried about as Spider-Man was just can I become an Avenger? Now that he is an Avenger, can I live up to the legacy of Iron Man? And that, I mean, hell, this is bad enough trying to become a damn Avenger, but now to live up to the expectations that the world is watching. That was what was always looming around. The world is watching. We're all watching, and he just wanted to be himself. He wanted to be Peter Parker more than anything else, and just kind of just take a mental break from it. Not that he wanted to give up on everything and everybody. It wasn't about that. It was just that, you know what, this is starting to become too much, and I just want to just reset, recalibrate, and reconfigure things, and I'll be back. I just want just one of the things that was just like on Homecoming, why can't you be a friendly neighborhood, Spider-Man? I think that was at Civil War, where that was to just be a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, and that's what And that's what he really wanted to do, because that's what Iron Man wanted for him, and he really, really tries to hone it in. Everything can get big. I just got through seeing, after being snapped and brought back, I have to fight this Titan and do this insta kill madness on an end game. Can I just relax? Can I just chill for a moment? And that was felt. I think Tom Holland did a real good job portraying that. Off the subject just for a second, since the first one, Homecoming, was compared to like Ferris Bueller, the thing I felt like with the traveling, going from place to place. Now, it wasn't as raunchy as it, but it kind of reminded me of the comedy and the awkward moments that happened a lot in a movie like National Lampoon's European Vacation. Um, that's the movie. That's the closest I could come over. That was the one thing that popped into my head when I watched this movie. It felt good. It really felt good. It was like people say this was a feel good movie and whatnot. And yeah, and that's exactly what it felt. It wasn't just a feel good movie. It felt good watching this movie. It felt really good sitting there, and you're trying to people in the audience, they couldn't help themselves. They were trying to be quiet as best as they can. They couldn't contain themselves from the very beginning. Not without telling you what happened. There was moments where you just had to applaud. At least 4 to 5 moments in this movie, you expect hooting, hollering, and just cheering and applauding. Jake Gyllenhaal, he really brought it, coming in as the hero to help out Shield. Being stranded from his dimension. We have Rip in the fabrics of time, so we have a guy from an alternative world helping out and playing the part of the hero, and the dynamic between him and the Mysterio character, Jake Gyllenhaal, and Tom Holland. It reminded me a lot of the banter and the back and forth with Iron Man. It's sad to say that in another world, and if there was some recasting done, I know originally that Tom Cruise was thought to be Iron Man. But I could have seen if it was done a little bit differently. If we wanted a younger Iron Man to play the part even longer, I could have seen Jake Gyllenhaal, especially with the little things that they done. He has a full beard and everything, but there was a lot of looks and a lot of the way he spoke comfortably with Tom Holland. I was thinking, wow, he probably could have been Iron Man. If it didn't work out with Robert Downey Jr. and whatnot, it would have worked. I think he could have been a good Iron Man. I think he probably could in the future be a good Iron Man, maybe. Who knows? If we ever reboot this whole thing. I saw it. I saw it in his eyes. I thought he did a really good job. He brought your comfort level up. He made you laugh. He made you smile. He made you feel. Jake Gyllenhaal, he crushed it in this movie, and also another person who really crushed it as well. Zendaya. She is still playing that MJ. That's like. The thing I loved about her is that she was still the same character, still the same girl from Homecoming. She's kind of deep, she's kind of dark and whatnot. She's still like all of that. But you can kind of tell that they're moving a little. She's nudging. I feel like it was like walls that were up. She has to put her defenses up. She's a very smart girl, and she's very deep. And even other smart people don't know how to take her sense of humor and her style. And you felt that in Homecoming. So you can tell there's walls that are just up with her. And the thing I love about this movie is they start to come down. And you probably just like in real life that you can tell that these two, Tom and Zendaya, are dating in real life, because you can tell, you can feel it. They're doing a good job being themselves, being a couple, and being awkward and being weird, which probably were before she officially asked him out to try to pursue a relationship. It was probably awkward, and they probably tapped into that. You'll see what happens, kind of thing, right? Jacob Batalon, he even funnier than he was in part one. The guy in the chair. He was a delight, and he really brought it home. More than one. Every scene he was in, he stole it. He crushed it, and he really added to that feel good feelings, good vibes to this movie. And what can I say about my man Samuel L. Jackson? That hasn't been said before. Always brings his A game. Always crushes it. Um, People didn't know how to take his more upbeat side, and when he played himself in a younger version of Nick Fury in Captain Marvel, they didn't like it too. Like some people I noticed didn't like it. Um, I feel like maybe like what you saw in the trailer, like when he says, "Bitch, you've been to space." Uh, it's just his straightforward, no nonsense approach. Um, that was what was needed. That's something that was missing in this movie. With Iron Man gone, you got a lot of people that help shape the Iron Man character and the supporting characters out there that really helped Robert Downey Jr. make that character what it is today. And I feel that same thing is happening for Tom Holland and how he's shaping up to be a Peter Parker and a Spider-Man. And I think Samuel L. Jackson really did a good number and did a lot of favors in his performance, and that just like he did for Robert Downey Jr. in the development of who this character is and can be. And I feel like that was done properly, and it's all to benefit the next movie moving forward. Everybody in this movie, and kudos to the director John Watts for bringing that out of everyone. It was an amazing time. A lot. I'm gonna pretty much. I'm still right there. It's not a question of whether it was better than Homecoming or not. I'm going with the after I've seen things in this Spider-Man that I've movie that technically wise that I've never seen before. As far as the special effects, like I said, we went straight for the kill. We went straight to, is it better than Spider-Man 2? Is it better than the Spider-Verse? These are the lines right now. And that's probably going to be your top three as far as Spider-Man movies: Spider-Man 2, Spider-Verse, and probably Far From Home. Visually, and what they did with the special effects with your Mysterio and whatnot, with everything going on, was more than incredible. It was just this downright just almost impossible. How they could on the budget that they had, it wasn't on the level of like the Avengers, Infinity Wars, and Endgame, but it was so damn close. It was right there. I would say Infinity War, Endgame, and then this for the as far as special effects wise. The special effects team needs to be credited for what they did. You can't help but feel the rise and the fun factor and the heartwarmingness that this movie, the joy that this movie will bring to you. You can't help but embrace it. If you can fight it, you can try, but you won't win. It will get you. This movie will get you, and I can't wait to talk to you more about it later on the spoilers. Hopefully with Jason. Hopefully with Jason Bell talking with me more about we're going to do a spoiler heavy endings explained, and we're going to talk about some things at the very end that you won't see coming, that you're going to love me for not spoiling it for you right now. So prepare yourself, guys. Prepare yourself at all times for that. Let me know if you guys have already seen the movie. If you can't wait to see the movie, what your thoughts are on it. Please, if you have seen the movies, don't spoil it. But if you want to talk about it directly with me, just email me. Let me know what you guys think. And until next time, guys, hey, peace.